Hi guys! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angel, and for those who do know me and have been subscribed to me, I missed you and I'm so glad to be back. No, I took a break throughout December and this is my first video back and I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I got that break, but I'm back and ready to be filming and posting videos for you guys. I will say, for those of you who are new to my channel or have come to find my channel for my plant content or for my makeup content or whatever the case, please know that my channel is not one thing or another. I just post whatever I feel like posting, but I don't want you guys to be disappointed in thinking like, oh, she's a plant channel and she's posting all this makeup stuff, or I thought she was a makeup channel and she's posting all this plant stuff. I am just a me channel. This is a channel of things that I'm enjoying, passionate about, or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to pigeonhole my channel into one thing or another. So hopefully that you guys are excited about that and you guys like that. I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to requests. If there's something you would like to see, always feel free to leave it in the comments and I'm pretty quick to respond. I love chatting with you guys. Yeah, I just wanted to start this year with that out of the way, and I feel like it's time to give my dogs a proper introduction. I have 4 dogs. I thought it would be good to just introduce them one by one to you guys, so that is what I plan to do today. I'm gonna go and grab my oldest dog. Okay, let's see, how will we do this? Okay, so I'm gonna sit on the floor because the first 2 are really little. So this is Bailey, and Louie is whining because he wants attention. No, you'll be next. Here, Louie, go get your pillow. So Bailey, we got her from the Humane Society back in 2010, and they told us that she was about 2.5. So we got her when like Shane and I were dating, like before we even got married, we got her. We actually were living in Colorado at the time, so we got her in Colorado. In the Humane Society, they called her Iggy, and I hated that name. I had a friend in Colorado at the time, and I texted her and I told her to give me a bunch of names. The only thing she responded to was Bailey, so that became her name. She gets along with the rest of the dogs, but she really only likes Louie, which I'll show him next. Probably because they've obviously been with each other the longest, and the other 2 are big dogs, and she had bad experiences with big dogs when we first got her. So she'll tolerate them, but she loves other people. She's basically just a lap dog. And if you know anything, oh, I didn't even say her breed. So she's a Pekingese. She used to be really bonded with me. She's just, I don't know, she just doesn't care for me anymore, which is like breaking my heart. But she's definitely getting some like Alzheimer type things going on. She forgets sometimes, I think, who we are. Like when we touch her, she'll like jump as if like she's startled, kind of. I mean, she has a good life. We have stairs for her so that she doesn't try and jump on and off our bed. And she likes to play with Louie. That's the only person, they're people to me. That's the only dog she'll play with. She likes to like dig her head into the bed and they'll paw at each other and play. Those are the signs that I see where I know like she's doing good and she has like a good life still, like she's still happy. She didn't like sleeping with me at first, and that made me really sad. I would always move her to my, like where my pillow was, and see if she would stay, and I'd pet her, and then when I stopped petting her, she would get up and go to the foot of my bed. And every night I did that. I put her by my head, petted her, and then she would go to the feet of my bed. And the night that she stayed at the head of my bed, I like silently cried. I was so happy that she finally was comfortable enough to stay with me. and now that's where she sleeps. She's definitely my baby, my firstborn, and I don't think I'll ever have an attachment to any of the other dogs like I do with her. So yeah, that is Bailey though. That's Bailey. Oh, that's a pretty girl. That's a pretty girl. All right, Bubby, your turn. Come on, Bubby. Your turn, Bubby. Oh, you love attention. This is my baby boy. He's my only boy in the house, and that's the way I like it. I'm definitely more of a girl mom dog, and I love just having a little boy who just wants to cuddle with me. He is a deer head Chihuahua. Yeah, your deer head Chihuahua. And he is not mixed with anything. So the story about him is that Shane and I went on a trip to California because at the time his family lived in Northern California and my family lived in Southern California. So we visited his family first, and he has an aunt over there, and she had this little puppy. And she got a puppy because she had an old Yorkie, and she heard that buying a young dog when your other dog is like elderly can help your elderly dog live a little bit longer. So she bought this puppy, but the Yorkie hated him, and they didn't particularly like this puppy because he was so needy and whiny and wanted to sleep with them. Shane's aunt saw how much we loved him. She had said, if you guys want him, when you come back up our way, you can have him. After visiting my family, we went back to his aunt's house and we said, absolutely, we want him. So that is how we got Louie. And Shane named him because he wanted a dog named King Louie. He was not always this fat. We don't overfeed him. We don't just leave food out. Like, we feed him good healthy portions. Not what his weight is. We feed him what his weight should be. Just gained a lot of weight. He thick. He thick. So he is distracting the heck out of me. I can't even think. Bubby, can you lay on your pillow? Can you lay on your pillow? Good boy. Good boy. Would you knock it off? What are you doing? Bubby, you're distracting. He was born in 2012, so he will be 9 years old this year. That's crazy. He sits there and cries when we're getting ready to go to bed because he's already in bed, but he wants us to get in bed so that he can get under our sheets. He loves all of our dogs. He especially loves Chloe, who you'll meet next. Our youngest dog, Chai, he has a love-hate relationship with. He will play with her, but in a more like dominant, submissive type of way, and he is the dominant. He is that very basic Chihuahua where they think that they are king of the castle, and they think that they are bigger than they really are. This is literally his favorite spot in the whole house. There's a big old indent in there because of him, and I had just bought these pillows. I think a lot of my friends love him the most because he is so cuddly and he loves to be on people's laps and be petted, and he's just super duper sweet. Like, he's a really sweet dog, except if you're Chai. If you're Chai, he's the worst. The big dogs are going to be the hardest to film. You got to go, Bubby. I'll put your pillow over here for you. Come here, mama girl. Aw, this is a good girl. This is Chloe, and she is very skittish. If she thinks that I'm recording her, she won't like it, and she will like leave the room and she won't come back. So Chloe was born in 2014. She will be 7 this year. My dogs are very old, I realize. So she is a Siberian Retriever, which means she's part Husky and part Lab. We were definitely dumb when we got her. I mean, I'm glad that I have her, but I would not recommend going about it the way we did. So we got her off Craigslist, which was our first mistake. The lady had us meet her in the parking lot of a Denny's and was holding her. And I just went up to the lady and she just put Chloe in my arms and didn't really say anything. And she was 4 months at the time, which was another reason why we should have questioned it. So we should have known something was off. You being a weirdo? After a while, we started to notice little things, like she would get very scared over odd things, like when I would blow dry my hair and the cord would kind of knock against the cabinets, she would get scared and she would be panting a lot like she is now. She's panting now because she was just outside and she was exerting herself with Chai, and probably a little bit because she's happy that I'm rubbing her belly. But before, she would pant nonstop because she was scared of something. New people, absolutely not. She was terrified, and not in the way of like getting aggressive terrified. Like it would never growl at somebody ever. When we had a gathering of, our friends and they had some kids over, I would keep her in our bedroom if I knew we were having like a gathering of 10 or more people. Obviously this is before COVID. This was when she was more like 2 or 3. And the kids ended up going into my room and kind of wanting to pet her because she's soft and she's pretty and she looks nice. So of course kids want to pet the dog, and they were trying to pet her, and they ended up backing her into a corner and she just peed and pooped on herself. Like, it just showed me the kind of fear that she had, and that made me really sad. Like, I was very sad for her in that moment and that I couldn't protect her. She definitely has an attachment towards me, although she's definitely started to bond a lot with Shane. So I will say that with her anxiety, we have tried a lot of things. I've tried like a weighted and kind of like a tight kind of jacket. Does not work. I've tried the calming tablets. Does not work. The only thing that does work, that I only give on rare occasions when I know there's going to be fireworks and stuff like that, is I'll give her a small dose of melatonin. My last ditch effort to help her relieve her anxiety a little bit was to have her have a litter of puppies. Just one litter. It's not that I was trying to make money off of her or anything like that. I know just from always having dogs around that whenever a female dog has a litter of puppies, it tends to change their personality. Most of the time it calms them down. So that was my hope for it, and I will say that it did work. So we found a friend who had a full breed husky boy, and we had them spend the night with each other, and she got pregnant. She gave birth. So that honestly has really helped her in crazy amount of ways. Before COVID hit, we would have families over and we would play games, and she would stay out in the main area. Like, she would stay out here, which I know to other people it doesn't seem like a big deal, but for her that was huge. She would allow other people to pet her. Anxiety for a dog and having them be pacing back and forth and panting all the time, like, that's not good for them. It would be like us having that anxiety 24/7. It's not healthy for us, so it's not healthy for a dog either. So whatever people want to say about me doing that, that's okay. You can have your opinion, but I had to live with seeing her anxious all the time, and it was tearing me apart. Like, I just wanted to help her. So I'm thankful that it worked out in our favor, and she's still a quirky little dog, but she doesn't have anxiety. Like, she's happy. Like, she's a happy dog, and I'm very grateful for that. So that is her story, and she's fixed. As soon as I could fix her after she gave birth, I fixed her. I think I named her. I'm not sure how she even got the name Chloe. I think we first named her Cleo, but Shane didn't like it. So then we just changed it to Chloe because it was similar. She loves to play. She loves babies, is what we call them, which are like the little stuffed animals. I think that's pretty much it about her. Now we got to bring the other one in. They're a little rascal. This next dog is going to be very, very hard to get to sit here and stay still. Good girl. You sit. Good girl. Hi. So this is Chai. She is, if you haven't guessed it, one of Chloe's puppies that we kept. We were not planning on keeping any of her puppies. When we were advertising her puppies, nobody seemed to want Chai, even though she was adorable as a puppy, and she's still adorable now. She has blue eyes, and her one eye is kind of split in half because that's what her dad looked like. I named her Chai because when she came out, she had this like tan color, and I obviously work in coffee. So Chai is not even 2 years old yet. You're not even 2. She'll be 2 in April. They are very bonded together. They're just gonna have to both be up here. Chai, we call her Baby Chai. When she was a puppy, we used to call her Moo Moo because she was so fat as a puppy. She loves stuffed animals. She has not reached the age yet where she will just chill out and calm down. I don't know if she ever will, but I hope she will. Usually all my dogs at some point hit an age and they just like calm down and mellow out, and they're not always like going. And she's really good at fetch. Not as good as her mom. Chloe is definitely better at fetch than she is. She loves tug of war, and that is why her babies do not last very long. Her babies get ripped to shreds, but I continually buy her babies because I'm hoping one day they won't get ripped to shreds and they will last longer. But you kind of already know her story. 4 is definitely the max dogs that we would get. 4 is enough. Definitely enough. I do like always having at least one big dog though. She definitely has a lot of husky qualities. She likes to talk. She doesn't howl, which I guess I'm thankful for. And she's definitely a protector. She has caused me the most problems, especially because at first she didn't understand that she can't eat my plants. She definitely got into a couple of my plants and was digging in the soil and things like that. We got a new crate built for her that was not cheap, and she was chewing on that, so we have to fix it at some point. That's pretty girl. What if I do this? Will you look? You see her eye? It's a little bit different. Does your baby? If you have any other questions about my fur babies, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Even if to tell me which one you like best, I would love to know because I definitely have a favorite. You want to come here, Louie? Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. What would you like to see from me this year? I would love to know. Feel free to leave requests down below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Friday, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! And go. Ready, go.